Alright, hey guys, it's me, Rach. Today we're going to do a quick little butt workout. You're not going to have to stand up or anything like that. So if you are in the mood to stay on the ground, maybe not move around too much, this is perfect for you. We're also not going to use any props, so you could do this anywhere, anytime, and let's just get into it. So we can start laying all the way on down here. Okay. Feet are about sits bones distance apart, and then you can bring your hands to rest on your belly. Let your body start to fall a little heavier into the floor. Just getting a feeling for where you're at today. As we begin to deepen our breath, so take a nice big inhale, breathe into your belly, your ribs. And then as you exhale, feel your belly button pull down to your spine and your low ribs pull down towards the floor. And then we're going to keep moving through that. So nice big inhales and exhales. And let's see if today during our quick little class we can make our breath a big part of it. So try to keep the breath consistent, almost feeling like your breath is starting each motion that you go into. Let your hands come down by your sides. Use your exhale to start to tuck your tailbone, press the low back down. And then we're going to inhale, lengthen back into a neutral spine, which means you'll find a little space underneath your low back. You're going to exhale to squish that little bit of space. And then inhale to lengthen back into your neutral spine. Using our low abs, letting your thigh bones be heavy in the hip sockets, your feet be heavy to the floor. Use your next exhale to start to tuck the tailbone and peel yourself up into a bridge. When you get to the top, make sure you really tuck that tailbone, reach through the kneecaps, and then just soften down one bone at a time. And then we'll take that again. You'll press down through the feet, start to peel up through the spine, open up through the hips at the top, and then melt back on down. So this articulation should feel good. We're defrosting the spine here. Warming up the glutes, especially if you've been sitting. I was going to say seated, but I think it's sitting most of the day. We're also getting a chance to open up through those hips that get really tight when we sit. So getting a 2-for-1 special here. Okay, next time you're up in the bridge, we're going to stay up in our bridge. Little press out of the knees, and then lower the butt down an inch and lift it up an inch. These little pulses give us a chance to kind of quiet what's happening through the rest of the body and really dial in on what's happening in these low glutes. So you get that big burn. You're actively pressing down through the heels, keeping the collarbone wide, the abs engaged, and notice if you've lost your breath at this point. So our breath is, again, consistent. It's our best friend. Without it, we wouldn't be getting very far in life. Let's go for another 4, 3, 2. Okay, hold when you get to the top. Dip the right hip down towards the floor, and then lift the right hip back up. And then left hip goes down, and then left hip back up. Make this as big or as small as feels good for your body. So if you want a little bit more of a stretch through the side, you can go a little bit lower. If you start to feel your low back, keep your bridge a little bit lower. Focus on that tuck of your tailbone and make the motion a little bit smaller. And here we're just focusing on stabilizing one side while moving through the other side. Let's take this for another 4, evening out for 3, 2, and 1, lower all the way on down. When you get to the bottom, we're going to walk our feet a little bit wider here so the toes are spilling off the mat and you found external rotation. Same thing, we're going to peel up through the spine, come up into a bridge, and then lower back down. And we peel up, tucking from the tailbone, and lower back down. Keep moving here. The knees are trying to reach over second and third toes. But for most of us, just thinking about pressing them outward is going to be enough here. Okay, next time we're at the top, you're going to stay. We're going to do bigger lowers here. So you're going to come to almost a hover. Pause for a second. Can you wrap that waistline in, press through the feet a little bit more, and then drive back on up. We're going to lower. Hold that hover for a second. Drive back on up. Keep pressing the knees out to the side. I'm starting to feel a burn. Shoulders relaxed. All right, for another 3, 2. All right, next one, we're going to stay up, and you're going to pulse the knees out and out. Keep driving through the feet. For another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, you've got it, 4, 3, 2, hold out, melt down one bone at a time. Keep the feet wide, just drop the knees to the right, and then drop it over to the left. One more time right. One more time left. Okay. Come all the way back on through center, and we're just going to roll over to our right side. I'm going to be propped up on my forearm here, but the options will be having your head rested like this, or even laying all the way on down. So find your vibe. I'm getting a little extra arm work here, so we're going to press down through the arm, elbow underneath shoulder, hips are square and stacked. Just going to lift the top leg up, and then lower that top leg down. And we lift and lower. So no matter which option you're taking, you're thinking about lifting that bottom oblique up, keeping the abs engaged, and keeping that natural curve to our spine. So we have our butt sticking out. We're a little sassy with it. And for this, see if you can lift a little bit higher, working through any stickiness of the hips. If your neck gets cranky, you can take your gaze down. For 3, 2. All right, hold it here. You're going to drive the heel back, open up through the hip, and then we're going to sweep it back forward. We drive back, open through the hip, and then sweep it back forward. So it's like you're trying to slam your heel back into a wall behind you. Slam's a very aggressive word. Tap, press. Good. Aiming to squeeze the low glute. For 3, 2. Okay, we're going to hold that leg pressed back. You're going to lift up an inch and down an inch. Up and down. Belly buttons to spine. Or again, getting that stretch to the front of the hip, working that glute. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Just extend the heel out nice and long. And then bend it back. So we're getting a little hamstring. Squeeze the heel at the back. You extend out and bend it back. Squeeze the heel. For 3, 2. Hold it out. Lift a little higher. Little pulses here. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend it all the way on in. Come through to an all-fours position. So you can stay on your hands. I'm going to drop down to my forearms for today. We're focusing either way on splitting the mat in half. We're going to follow up with that same leg we were just working. So that left heel is now going to drive up towards the ceiling. You're going to drop the left hip down, and we're going to start to take little pulses up and up. So same idea of slamming or pressing that heel up towards the ceiling. Your right butt cheek is going to want to start to wander to the right side. Can you hug the right hip in? All right, follow here for another 5. Back of the neck is long for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Slowly tap it down. We're going to go out to the side and back down. Out to the side and back down. So that same external rotation we were finding before, really hugging that right hip in now. You can make weird noises like I do. I find it helpful. Our front ribs are pressing up to meet the back ribs. Take this for another 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower it all the way on down. Take a quick little child's pose here. Just take that on off. All right, we're going to come to our hands. Walk the feet back. Quick little plank. You can stay on your forearms. Gaze is forward. Belly button's pulling up to spine. Lift the kneecaps. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the knees on down. And then we'll come through to the other side. So I'm propping up once again now onto my left forearm. Legs are nice and bent. Lifting on up out of our bottom waistline, we lift the leg up and lower it down. Top hip is not rolling backwards. And form is super important because you can be going through a motion and barely feeling it. You can be working the wrong muscles. So try to break it down and see what you're feeling in your body and notice where your body's at so you can really get the most out of your workout. Pilates is functional, so it should help you move better the rest of the day. Hip just cracked, so there you go. You're hugging that elbow in towards your waistline if you're propped up. Gaze again can look down. Okay, we're going to hold it lifted. You're going to drive the heel back, open up through that hip, and then sweep it back forward. We drive and back. Noticing if one side feels different than the other side. And coming back to our breath, hopefully we haven't lost it yet. Squeezing at the back for 4, 3, 2, press back, hold, little pulse up and down, up and down. Whew, this one always gets me. We're reaching through that knee. Can you lengthen while you lift? For 3, 2, hold it, extend the leg out. We don't have a lot of these, and then bend it back down in. So we get a little hamstring action. We extend out, lengthen, bend in. Out, in. Out, in. Out for a hold. Last set of little pulses up and up. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it on down. Little love tap if you need. And then let's bring it back to our final all fours position here. Splitting that mat in half. Press down through the left leg. Lift the right leg on up. From here we tap down and lift back on up. We got energy zipping up and in through those inner thighs. Back of the neck is super long. We don't want any wrinkles there. And can you make a little rib sandwich? So hugging the low ribs up to meet the back ribs. Squeezing at the top. For 3, 4, 2. Slow tap down and out to the side and back. out, and back. You may roll a little bit over to the left. That is okay. Do not stress over that. Just make sure that you're feeling that left glute at this point. It's really supporting you. And again, working through the right glute and the right hip. For another 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it all the way down. Come back up to the hands. We walk the feet back, holding ourselves in our plank here. Slight neutral spine. Breastbone pulls forward. Breathing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly bring the knees down. Sit back onto those heels. Let's take a little shoulder stretch. So just bring the hands back. Pull the shoulders open. Maybe a little drop the head side to side. A little shake off. And then that was it, guys. That was your little booty burn. Under 20 minutes. No standing up, no props, just you and your bod. Hope that you feel a little bit better, and I'll see you guys soon.